How's it going? Paula here. Welcome back to my channel, The Flavorful Home. I am coming to you today with another great collaboration. It is being hosted by, and I want to get everyone's name right, BlandsPromisedLandRanch, Heavenly Hills Homestead and Kettle Kitchen. What is it called? The Break Your Heart Bake 2024. Of course, all things Valentine's come February, and that's what this is for. You know the drill because there is going to be a small giveaway on March 3rd at 2 p.m. Pacific time over on Kettle Kitchen's channel. All you have to do is watch the videos and comment, and you will be entered. Kettle Kitchen, Land's Promised Land Ranch, and Heavenly Hills Homestead will have a link to all the playlists in their description box. I will include a link to the playlist in my description box. I will also include a clickable, printable link to the recipe I'm making. What am I making? It's a doozy. Forget about breaking your heart, this one might just kill you. Bête Noire, or the Black Beast. How good is it? My family loves it. If you're gluten-free, put a check mark next to this one. There is no flour in it. It is a dense, chocolatey, ganache-topped dish of mega proportions. It is so good. And it's not overly sweet, but because of the denseness of the chocolate, some homemade whipped cream, Cool Whip, or whipped cream in a can, whatever it is, makes it perfect. I have been making this for a long time. It is a lovely dish. You don't need your mixer. Makes it even more lovely, and I'm going to show you something. This little puppy is from the Bon Appetit magazine. That is the Black Beast, my friends. This is from September 2006. That's how long I've been making it. This magazine, as you could see, is worn, stained. Everyone who has eaten it has lost their minds over it. So, I suggest you try it at least once in your life. You won't regret it. Now, you know what we're going to do. Let's get you turned around to see the ingredients. Come on. All right. The ingredient list is very simple. You have a cup of water, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 9 tablespoons, which is a stick plus 1 tablespoon, unsalted butter, which I will dice up, 18 ounces of bittersweet. You don't want unsweetened. You don't want milk chocolate. You want bittersweet or semi-sweet, chips or chunk. What I'm using is the Trader Joe's semi-sweet chocolate chips, and I had some of their chunks because it's 18 ounces for the cake itself plus another 8 ounces for the ganache. 6 eggs, 1 cup of heavy cream, and like I said, you're going to need for the ganache, so you're going to need 8 ounces of bittersweet chips for that, or chunk chocolate. Also, you need a spring form. I use Fat Daddy-O. Is that what it's called? I believe so, yes. And I always put my parchment on the bottom. You're going to spray it or put some form of non-stick baking spray or butter or something. I like to use these. It's called the Easy Bath Cheesecake Wrap because this puppy has to bake in water bath. So you will put this into a roasting pan and then fill it about halfway. If you can see here, it has like a notch and it goes to there with water. You can also wrap your springform triple foil. Before I had these, I would wrap my pan 3 times with foil so the water wouldn't seep in. Your oven needs to be at 350. So get that preheating and let's get started. Okay, you're going to put your water. And let me get my burner on. And add your sugar. And you're going to dissolve it in the water. And it has to simmer for 5 minutes. And then you take it off the heat. To be honest, I think this is really the most time-consuming thing because you got to get all that sugar dissolved. And it just needs to simmer for 5 minutes. This is boring stuff, so you get the idea for that. We're going to move on to the next step. Okay, my water is simmering on the other burner. On this one, I'm going to lower that all the way. And we're going to put in the butter. Spatula, but I'm also going to get my whisk because you're going to need that too. If I could find my whisk, here it is. Okay, and you just want to get that all melted. I used my scale to weigh out the 18 ounces of chocolate. And we're just going to let that melt. And when we're ready, we'll come back. Okay, I moved my saucepan over to this burner that the sugar water was on because it goes low, and that's what you need. You need low. And you pour in your chips or chocolate or chunks of chocolate. And you whisk to get it smooth. And my sugar water is off to the side, just cooling a little, and it goes pretty quick. But you want to get that all combined. It's been a minute since I've made this. Valentine's Day falls on Ash Wednesday this year, so we will not be partaking of this lovely concoction on St. Valentine's Day. We will be enjoying this tomorrow for Mardi Gras or Fat Tuesday. I always do a little feast. I make a muffaletta. As a matter of fact, right there is my bread rising for my muffaletta sandwich. And I will be making jambalaya and red beans and rice. And this will be a luscious, yummy dessert before we begin our Lenten fast. sure that's smooth, and it looks it, and then you add your sugar water and give that an easy whisking, and then it has to cool because your eggs are going to go in here and you need to let it cool slightly. I'm actually going to shut the heat now because now it just has to come together. You'll be able to see that. This is a thing of beauty. I kid you not. And 3/4 of a cup of sugar isn't an insane amount. And you're not using milk chocolate. You're using either the bittersweet or semi-sweet. But it is luscious and extremely decadent. And I'd say that looks lovely. I'm just gonna, because I want to make sure. You want to get all of it around the sides. Give it a good scrape. And that looks good. Okay, it does, like I said, it needs to cool a little. So I'm just going to put it off to the side, and when we're ready to put the eggs, we'll come back. It has cooled down a little. I put all my eggs in this measuring cup, and I'm going to just plop them and get them whisked in there. Just give it a good spin. The chocolate, the smell, the intensity is delightful. I also have my tea kettle going on the stove because it is a bain-marie or water bath. Just keep it going. And I love when you don't need a bunch of tools. I don't need to get my big KitchenAid mixer. I don't need to get the hand mixer. Just a couple of pots and a whisk and a rubber spatula. And you're good to go. Last one. Get it mixed in there good. Now the ganache is after this puppy is baked. Okay. Now that we got this all well blended, let me pull my pan over. I have sprayed it, and I'm going to switch to my spatula because I will give it a good scrape. And in it goes. And get every inch of this delightful, decadent, beautiful, chocolatey goodness. Give it a good scrape. Trying to get all of it. I actually watched, there used to be a place that did exclusive cooking lessons, from macarons to crackers, and boy, that chef could get every inch of that pastry cream or whatever it was he was working out. Actually, I got a big piece here. I don't want to waste any of it. Okay. Now I'm going to do that. And here is my square pan. I'm going to put it in here. Get that sitting in nice. And let me get my tea kettle and get it poured in. And like I said, it is to that little notch on my silicone basket. This is going to go in the oven, and it is going to cook for 50 minutes. You want it to be not shake. When you shake it, you want it to barely move because it will firm up. So anywhere to 45 to 50 minutes. And we'll come back when it's ready to get taken out. I just took it out of the oven. Mine only required 40 minutes. So everyone's oven is different. It says 45 to 50. Start checking it at 40 because it isn't jiggling. So it's going to cool, and then we'll make the ganache to go on top. Next up is the ganache. Let me get this on a low. I have my cup of heavy cream, and it goes. You want to get it to a simmer, and then your chocolate goes in. And this is weighed out 8 ounces. Like I said, I like to weigh out. You just get a bit more of an accurate amount. I know a lot of people, I don't know why, but I hear a lot of bakers say that people are resistant. I love having my scale. We're going to let this come to a simmer, then we'll be back to add the chocolate. You remove it from the heat, add it, the chocolate. This is going to melt relatively quickly. And you want it smooth. Just give it a chance to melt. You can see as it melts, it gets that dark, glossy appearance. And we have that noir. Just want to make sure it's got nice, and let's go around the edges. Smooth as could be. Put this in the sink. And right on the top, it goes. Clean that pot out. And this will form that lovely layer of chocolate on top of it. Just give it a little shimmy. And you're going to want this to go in the fridge for several hours because you want to have a nice firm, cooled chocolate. Mine is going to sit at overnight. We will come back tomorrow to finish this. All righty, my darlings, here it is in all its luscious glory. Let me tilt you a little. You run a knife around, and I took it out of the fridge. It's been sitting at room temperature, maybe about an hour and a half now, because I was preparing my Mardi Gras meal, and so I just let it sit on the table. Still feels cool, but my kitchen happens to be on the cool side. Oh, look at that. Oh, my word. Look at that. Right here. Fudgy goodness. I'm going to turn you around because I got to taste this puppy. Let's see. Oh my gosh. So good. Remember what I said. Not killer sweet, just rich. You need that whipped cream to cut through it. My gosh. That's good stuff. Now, let's... I like to go around the edges. I'm gonna put my hand. Okay, there we go. And there you have it. If you can see, it's not very thick. This is my finger. It's not even a full finger thick. Doesn't rise. It's just a flourless chocolate cake. I will cut it and show you how I serve it. But I just wanted to release it so you can see what it looks like. And I'm gonna eat that in there myself. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed that recipe. I'm so glad you came and visited with me. If you're new, subscribe, come back and say hello. Thumbs up, bell. You'll always know what's going on. Don't forget the description box. I will put a link to the playlist. I will put a printable, clickable link to the recipe. And the giveaway, the small giveaway on Kettle Kitchen's channel, live March 3rd, 2 p.m. Pacific time. All good stuff. Remember, watch, comment, and be in for a chance to win. Well, friends, I had a blast making this dessert. It's been a while. My family's going to go berserk tonight for dessert. Until next time, go create something wonderful. Bye-bye.